Welcome everyone to today's episode of Flat Tire Dan. Saturday morning here at Flat Tire Dan. Again, drinking some coffee. Again, go Birds. Tonight is our first preseason game. As always, I want to start out by thanking everyone who has been viewing our episodes and has subscribed to the channel. We surpassed 150 subscribers this week, which again, I know isn't a lot, but it's a lot more than I had last time I saw you guys. So thank you. You've been listening to me ask you to subscribe, and remind you of our Instagram page, flat_tire_Dan. Follow us there. We'll follow you back. It does give us a way to communicate a little more directly. So for today's episode, me and my buddy Mike got out actually a couple weeks ago on our side-by-sides to do a little riding at a place that you haven't seen on the channel yet, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I've been holding on to the footage for a little bit. I knew I was having kind of like a procedure coming up that was going to keep me off of either one of these things for a few weeks while I was on the mend, and so I figured I would save the footage up a little bit here, so I'd have something to share with you while I was kind of getting this sorted out. So when I got out with my buddy Mike. Now Mike and I have been riding together for some years now. And Mike's a follower of the channel, so hey buddy, it was good to see you. I hadn't seen him in a while, and I don't think I've ever really thanked Mike, but Mike was the guy who kind of introduced me and most of my buddies to the whole Lehigh Valley kind of riding scene, the whole famous Reading area that we do most of our riding in. In my younger years, when I would go riding, most of it was over in South Jersey, kind of in the Pine Barrens over there, and then I kind of got away from it a little bit while I was like raising kids and stuff, right? And when I got back into it, I had found out that they had closed most of that down, that you couldn't ride over there anymore. And so, you know, geographically, the next kind of closest area was the Lehigh Valley, and I had met Mike through a friend of mine, and he was super gracious about taking me and my buddies up there and kind of showing us around, like he was and is real familiar with the area. And he kind of introduced us to that whole kind of famous Reading geographical terrain area up there that we do most of our riding in. So thanks, buddy, for that. And personally, Mike introduced me to the technology that's available for us to navigate, because, you know, the air, I mean, I've talked about it before, like we're talking 20,000 square acres, 650 miles of off-roading trails at famous Reading alone. And it's just impossible to, you know, provide signage everywhere out there, so you constantly know where you're at and where you're going and how to get back, and the navigation apps that Mike and the technology that Mike has introduced me to has enabled me, you know, to kind of learn that. I mean, we followed him around up there for years, you know, and he was super nice about showing me kind of how it all worked. And then when Mike's not with us, I'm that guy now, you know, I'm the guy that kind of navigates and everybody follows me, and I have Mike to thank for that. So thanks, buddy. I really do appreciate that. You know, not only do I use it with this, but I use it with this now too. So it was awesome, and I really do appreciate you kind of showing me the ropes. So anyway, similar to me, Mike made a decision not too long ago. We both were four-wheeler riders, ATV guys, and as you get older and you don't bounce as well, you realize that maybe it's safer and better for everyone if you get into a cockpit, you know. And so similar to me, Mike recently made the decision to get, you know, off his four-wheeler and into a side-by-side, and Mike purchased a Yamaha RMax, which is very similar to the Commander that I had, Yamaha's version. And I actually hadn't seen one up close yet until I saw him a few weeks ago, and impressive machine, solid, cool technology, like really capable. So if you're in the market for that kind of thing, I would definitely check out the Yamaha. Mike loves his. And so anyway, Mike and I got out to a place you haven't seen on the channel. It's called AOAA, Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area. Similar geography, outside of Shamokin, Pennsylvania, so up towards famous Reading. Similar terrain, kind of similar riding conditions that we're used to up there. But AOAA is a little different. According to their website, they have 8,000 square acres, so a little smaller than famous Reading, obviously. And that they're one of the top 10 off-roading destinations in the country, which I didn't know. Not only for like dirt bikes and four-wheelers and side-by-sides, but they have a lot of off-road like trucks and Jeeps and stuff that come there. I actually got a little footage of some Jeep action while we were out that I'll share with you here. And a little different than famous Reading. It's smaller obviously, but it's a little more, I would say, like organized or conventional of what you might expect. Like a very sort of organized, structured system where they've got like a main trailhead area with an office where you sign your waivers. And then you can buy like parts and helmets and that kind of thing if you're interested. They've got like a outdoor eatery kind of cafe area that you can grab breakfast or lunch or whatever you want while you're there, air filling stations, all that kind of stuff. And another thing different about AOAA than Famous Riding is you have the ability to buy a day pass. You can just go pay for a day. They also have annual memberships. Now, Famous Riding, it's annual membership or nothing, unless you go to like a special event, that they're having on a given weekend or something. If you want to ride at Famous Riding, you have to buy an annual membership, which I do, and I'm close there, and we do a lot of riding, so it makes sense for me. But AOAA does offer day passes, which is nice, and a lot of people take advantage of that. And so anyway, Mike and I met up there, and we got out for the day. Now, they have like a east side and a west side, it's pretty big. I mean, I don't want to undersell the size of the place. Like, you would probably have to ride there like a solid week, every day, all day to see everything, right? But again, similar terrain, similar conditions to what we're used to at Famous Riding. A lot more signage, a lot more like go this way back to the trailhead kind of stuff, because it's smaller, and they've been kind of working on that for a few years. And I've read, I haven't been in about 3 years, I've read that they have done some expansion, that they've added new trails and everything like that. And they certainly have. It's bigger than I remember. Now, the new trails are very similar to the old trails, like it's the same terrain, but they have added a bunch of new and different riding up there. And it was a great day. We had a blast. I do enjoy, the ability to check out new places, especially places I haven't been in a few years. So that was really nice. And the other thing was just catching up with Mike and getting a chance for him and I to go out riding. So I figured I would save up this footage for you guys, kind of share it with you, while I'm getting things sorted out, and hopefully you'll enjoy the footage. And then a couple weeks coming up, I got a little trip planned. I think Triton and I might be heading out to explore some wilderness we haven't seen yet, maybe a little bit of camping. So that's coming up on the channel. Again, thanks, Mike, for getting out and going riding with me, and congratulations on your new machine. I'll keep saying it, like, how could I not be having a blast doing this stuff? It's just so much fun. But knowing that you guys are watching just makes it that much better. So thank you. I am grateful for everybody that's been watching. And remember, stay tuned for more content from Flat Tire Dan. I'll see you.